Hey, welcome to Gloomy's garden. I'm just trying to get organized here because I'm going to be planting some seeds. It's the 9th of August. Still a bit cold to plant seeds, but it's always so warm in this greenhouse, so I'm going to plant seeds today. What am I planting? I am planting, let's see, I've got some beetroot. I know I've already got some planted. That's got to go out, so I've got to plant some more beetroot. I'm doing burpless cucumbers. I'm doing some tomatoes. I've got a Roma tomato, and I've also got some big yellow tomatoes which I saved the seeds off of a supermarket tomato last year. So I'm going to plant those and see what happens. I've got some zucchini, green long zucchini, some Double Delight F1 sunflowers, and then I've got a mix. This is an experiment. I have a mix of old seeds in here. There's zinnia, there's foxglove, there's poached eggplant, there's salvia, and there's one that the label fell off of. So I'm just going to scatter this around the edges of the property and see what comes up, if anything. If nothing, well, you know, oops, just dropped one. It was an experiment. So that is my job today. Meanwhile, I've got to go and get all the trays ready to put these in, and I've got to sort out my greenhouse so I can fit them all in. Yeah, some stuff's got to go out, but I can't do it all today. I think my limit today is just doing the sowing of the seeds. So I'm going to get started. Actually, the thing I'm going to plant first is these little seeds. They're kiwi fruit seeds that I got out of a fruit this morning, and I figured, well, my kiwi fruit died last year. The vines that I grew, that I bought from Bunnings, they just keeled over and died. I don't know whether it was the soil, I don't know whether it was the weather, lack of watering, too much watering, or whatever. So I've decided I'm going to get these little seeds, plonk them in here, and see if they grow. Why not? I've got them in this little thing that has the greenhouse dome over, and I'm going to put them out into the front patio area because that gets a lot of sun during the day. Well, this gets a lot of sun during the day too. I don't know, it's one or the other, isn't it? Actually, I might keep them in here. If I've got the room, I'll keep them in here. But yeah, so I'm going to... I've lost my dibber somewhere, so I've got a stick. How do you lose a dibber? My shed obviously needs cleaning out, because I put it somewhere, but I know not where. So I'm going to put 4 in each of the big pots. And then see how many I've got left over. They're fiddly little seeds, really fiddly. If you've eaten kiwi fruit, you know how fiddly they are. So I haven't gone very deep with the hole. I don't know if they're all viable. Oh, one shot off somewhere. I don't know if they're all viable seeds. But hey, it's an experiment. I love experimenting. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But hey, that's all the fun, isn't it? You know? Seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. Now I've got a mix of like a free draining soil in here for them, because apparently they like a sandy soil. So I've got a mixture of potting mix, not potting mix, seed raising mixture, compost, which I have sieved so it's fine. It hasn't got any lumpy bits in, because I find a lot of the seed raising mixes have bark in them and stuff like that, whereas I don't like that in a seed raising mix. So I have basically made my own, and in that I've put some blood and bone, I've put some worm castings and some perlite to absorb the moisture so it stays a bit damper. So yeah, so hopefully these will be okay. Have you grown kiwi fruit before? If so, give me your tips and tricks down in the compost, down in the comments section below. I'd be really appreciated. It would be really appreciated. Alzheimer's is big with this one. Now let me count how many seeds I've got left, because I've got 4 pots here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Alright. I can do 5 and an odd one. I'll put an odd one somewhere in one of these pots. I'll put an odd one there. How's about that? Come on, oddie. Get in there. You're the odd one. Okay. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Where's my doovie? Technical term. Doovie for tweezers. Oh, some of them are stuck on the paper. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Nothing like a good experiment. Oh, come on. Oh, they're jumping around. I don't know if you can hear that noise, that noise. That's our water heater. That's our $10,000 water heater. Not happy. It's so noisy, and as soon as the temperature drops below a certain point, it turns itself on. Be that in the middle of the night, during the day, whenever. I'd hate to think that it wakes the neighbour up, because his bedroom is right next door to the water heater area down our side, the side of our house. It's such a noisy, noisy thing. Oh, that one jumped back out. Get back in there. There we go. Okay. Let's cover them over. I didn't bring a pen out, did I? How am I going to do my labels? Well, that sucks. I'll be back in a minute. Oh dear. Okay. So, got my label, got my pen. I'm going to put kiwi fruit. 9th of the 8th. Yay. So, how about we do tomatoes next? I think that'd be a good idea. I won't film all this though because you'll be bored watching me plant things. So get out of there, Mavis. Oh, she stuck a nose in my compost. Out! That's not for you. Dogs. Anywho, yes. Once I've finished all this, I'll come back again. Okay, so that is all my seed sowing done. I'll show you what I planted because it's all over here. Right, in this tray I have 12 sunflower double delights, which are a small version of sunflower. And because I only had 12 seeds, I put in here, I put 24 giant sunflower seeds, which I forgot to label, but I should remember because they're all sunflowers. In this tray, I've got beetroot times 14, capsicum times 18, or it's long red capsicums, you know, the really long ones, the juicy sweet ones, and zucchini times 14, which are the green ones. Now I'm only doing a limited number because I don't have much space in my garden, so there's no use me doing trays and trays and trays and trays of them because I'd never eat that amount and I'd never be able to plant them out. And in here we've got kiwi fruit. I've got it in a little greenhousey thing within the greenhouse to keep the warmth in. They're the kiwi fruits I got out of my fruit this morning. So I thought I'd give that a try. Experiment number 1. And in here we've got 12 Roma tomatoes, 12 big yellow tomatoes, and 2, 4, 6, 8 cucumbers, which are the long green burpless variety. But I tell you what, the greenhouse is the greenhouse is looking pretty well stocked. Mind you, I've got a couple of shelves I could still put stuff on here and there. But yeah, I've got seeds coming. But that's me finished for the day. Oh my goodness, I am tired now. So yeah, this is me signing out for the 9th of August. Welcome to Gloomy's kitchen. It's the 10th of August, which is Caitlin's birthday. And excuse the washing up. Here is my disaster. This was Caitlin's mud cake that I made. I followed the recipe explicitly because I've never made a mud cake before. I baked it in my capable oven for 80 to 90 minutes. It was roughly 85, 90 minutes, as per the instructions in the recipe. And it said, leave on top of the oven, which I did. I left it on top of the oven on a tray to cool down for 20 minutes. So I left it for half an hour thinking, that'll cool down. Then I had a springform pan. So I got the springform pan and I unspringed it. And then I tried to put it on the rack to cool it down. As I put it on the rack, it fell apart at the bottom and I thought, oh shit, maybe I can save it. So I put the tray over the top and turned it over, and this is what happened. It looks very wet in here. I think the recipe, which I copied down, it's got a lot of fluid in here. It's got 1.5 cups of milk and 3 eggs and vanilla essence. But it's only got 1.5 cups of plain flour. I think that should have been more like 2.5 cups because when I put it into the pan, it was very, very moist. But, you know, disasters happen, even on birthdays. Sorry, Caitlin. Now Caitlin and Paul have gone down to the shops to buy her a birthday cake because of my disaster. That's why I did it early, just in case this sort of thing happened, because I'm not one for baking cakes. I never have been. But mind you, there's a bit missing here and a bit missing there. That's because Paul keeps hoeing into it because he says, it tastes great. It's just a pity that it all fell apart. It's one of those disaster things. In my early days, this would have been the end of me cooking at all. I would have just fallen in a heap, had a tanty, and told everyone else they had to fend for themselves because I'm not cooking anymore. I'm a useless cook. But this is the first disaster I've had in a long time. And I'm a bit more mature now. So I guess I'll cook dinner tonight. Has anyone else had disasters like this? Please comment below. Hello, it's the 11th of August. Today we're finally getting to these 2 panels and hopefully replacing them. We're starting to work on it now. Yay! So after much toil, trying to work out how to cut these things, we've got 2 in, siliconed and put in with the clips as well. Phew! Wow, you can really tell the difference of the new panels to the old panels. New panels are nice, thick and clear. Old panels are yellow, bendy and crap. We could only manage to do 2 today. Oh, so it took a bit of time to work out how we're going to cut them. We tried a knife. We tried a jigsaw, and it's just, it was really hard cutting them, but we'll work out a way to cut it better and then do the rest of the roof of the greenhouse. But we've managed to put a bit of silicone in here, all up the sides and all up the top too. You know, you can't see it, but hopefully it's going to make it so that they won't blow away in the wind. We put all the clips on them too, but yeah. So yeah, my new thick polycarbonate sheeting. That's a start. It's a start. It's all that Paul could do today because he's still not well. But he had the inspiration at 3 o'clock this morning that he wanted to start doing this greenhouse. He's a legend. I have new boots. Nice pumpkin coloured boots. Waterproof. Got a bit of a heel on them, which is good for my back. Lovely. I like my new boots. Oh. It's Friday the 15th and I've just finished work. I've had quite a day of it. Everything went wrong because they upgraded my computer overnight and nothing worked. So I thought I'd come out into the greenhouse, check out to see if there's any seeds that have come up. That would be a no, Reg, I reckon. One of the things I did do though, see my compost bin out there? Yeah, I haven't aerated it for quite a long time. So today I aerated it and put some more leaves in it. It's getting quite full now, which is good because that means it will cook better when it's full. But yeah, there's some things in there that haven't really broken down, but you know, we'll get there, we'll get there. Snoopies. Oh, I've got so much work to do in here. I've got to plant so many things out. Oh, my stevia's coming alive though. Look at that. And we're getting little broccoli blocks. Little broccoli blocks. But yeah, I've had such a rotten day. I had to come out into the garden just to make sense of it all. Otherwise I'd end up punching someone in the throat. Like my slam man. Have you seen my slam man? I'll show you. This is Slam Man. Hey Slammy, how you going? And this is what I use to punch the living daylights out of someone, but not literally. You have a little monitor. It was a bit dusty, but you press it and it gives you certain lights that come on, and you hit them at the. I won't press it on because it's quite noisy. It's very high-pitched beepy sounds, and we don't need that on a Friday afternoon, do we? Do we, maybe? What are you doing? What are you doing? You crazy girl. You crazy girl. Aren't you? Are you crazy girl? So I've got a handful of strawberries from my plants in the greenhouse. Quite nice big ones too. Yum.